Jaime Maussan, The Classified Files.
¿Existe realmente una base?
Is there really an extraterrestrial base off the coast of Miramar Beach in Tampico, and that because of it, hurricanes and tropical storms that could hit this port in the Gulf of Mexico are diverted? This is the story. In 1933, two hurricanes, number 14 and 15, since they were not named at that time, hit this city. The first one on the afternoon of September 15th, when the inhabitants of this port were preparing to celebrate the Mexican independence. They were surprised by this powerful hurricane, since at that time there was no warning, there were no systems necessary to warn the inhabitants of the proximity of a dangerous phenomenon like this. The serious thing was that just 9 days later, on September 24th, hurricane number 15 of that season would arrive, hitting this port again. Almost 20 years would pass in 1955, when Hurricane Hilda again affected this port as never before, and then 11 more years would pass until in 1966 another hurricane arrived, Inés, which also seriously affected the city of Tampico and Puerto Madero. Without a doubt, we were facing a situation that was highly dangerous, with hurricanes constantly reaching this city, Tampico and Ciudad Madero. Since then, in 1970 or so, a foreign tourist claimed to have been taken by extraterrestrials to the bottom of the coast of Miramar, taken to a city that would be under the sea of the extraterrestrials. There, this news was picked up by the different media in Tampico and Ciudad Madero and was openly presented. Since that time, no hurricane or tropical storm has reached Tampico. It is truly surprising, since in 1988, Hurricane Gilberto clearly changed its direction to head towards the north and then turn towards the city of Monterrey, causing a great disaster there. Could that be the reason? Since then, other tropical storms have diverted their winds towards different places. And it happened again on June 18th. Tropical storm Alberto, which was heading towards Tampico, seemed to crash into a wall and break into several pieces, and then not represent a danger to the port of Tampico, which would encourage the inhabitants of this place to remember again that in front of their coasts there is an alien city, an extraterrestrial city at the bottom of the sea. Is this possible? I was repeatedly asked by its inhabitants to do an investigation. When we investigated, we found that there were more than 60 meters of depth, and therefore we would have to bring very special equipment, a diving suit and other implements to even be able to investigate in this place, and we were not going to find anything. It is practically impossible to determine if this is true. However, sightings are constantly taking place in that area. Could they be related to this city? It is really very difficult to determine, and until we have clear facts, real evidence, we could reach a true conclusion. For now, we will continue to observe, because without a doubt, the port of Tampico has already attracted the attention of the whole world. When this subject is spoken of so openly, even the media constantly repeat this possibility. Now, it was Beryl, since, as we know, it was also heading towards that area, but it opened up heading towards the coast of Texas in the United States. Could it have been the aliens again? The truth is that we don't know. It seems very difficult, the truth. And since there is no definitive proof, it will then become a legend, a possibility. We will continue to observe. Any day, Tampico could be surprised by a hurricane and then the legend will end. We hope that it is not so and that it survives for many more years for the joy of all. I am Jaime Maussan.
Soy Jaime Maussan.
Jaime Maussan, The Classified Files.